the privileges that the Fulani herdsmen are enjoying in Abia State. The heart of every Fulani herdsman in the western part of the country as of this moment must be really beating fast. And from the day when serious conflict broke between the Fulani people and the Yoruba indigenes of Oyo State, before the conflict broke out, a Yoruba human activist, Sunday Igboho, had actually given all Fulani herdsmen in the West, and especially in Oyo State, an ultimatum to vacate the state after there has been several allegations of kidnapping labeled against the cow herders. While recalling what really started the ethnic conflict in Oyo State, according to reports from the Premium Times news outlet, it all started after a Fulani cart pusher fatally stabbed a cobbler in Sasha Market, Ibadan, Oyo State. The cobbler, who happened to be a Yoruba man, was pronounced dead in a hospital the following day. Upon hearing about the death of the cobbler, some Yoruba thugs escalated the issue into violence. More reports from Premium Times news outlet exposed that some of the Yoruba thugs blocked various highways in the state and started asking the passengers to start identifying themselves and their ethnic. Wow. Unfortunately, some of the passengers who were Fulani Hausa were dragged down from their vehicles and killed. However, Governor Makinde of Oyo State has imposed a curfew and also shut down the market where it all started from, after many shops and markets wares of mostly Fulani people had been destroyed. While all this was going on in the West, one would assume the East would be worse, but the opposite is the case. This was proven from the story received from Abia State, particularly from the Abia State University. It witnessed that some Fulani herdsmen, despite the violence involving their people in Oyo State, are enjoying some really rare privileges in Abia State after they were seen herding their cattle in the premises of the law campus of Abia State University in Umuahia for the purpose of grazing. But the pictures, that is a privilege, I would say. It's very accurate to describe this as a privilege, but then in a university campus, like, oh my gosh, it's embarrassing. Like, why? In fact, the security agents of the campus gave these men easy access to the university environment, and I can only say that this would have been impossible if the school authority did not give the authorization. It is good news that the East is at peace with these people. After all, peace is all we seek. Honestly, as a parent, I will write a complaint. Not that it would make a difference, but why should cows be in my child's school? Why? That is unsafe. I do not care. And it's just so backwards. Like, from the pictures you see, it's not a different thing if the school actually has, like, a grazing, they had land, yes. But then you can see that the cows are passing through the corners of the building. And why? What was the why? Why? It's so backwards. We get it. Okay, it's a privilege. You're being nice, but still. And why would a school authorize that? Like, do the parents not have a say? Like, nah. Again, this is a university, which, I guess they're mature students. But still, it's just so nah. If I was a student, I would complain, even though it might not make a difference, but it's very weird. Somebody says that university premises is not a ranch. Exactly. People should call a spade a spade. Raping, killing, and forcefully overtaking people's farms and destroying their crops cannot be accepted in Abia State. Again, I'm also questioning the validity of this because it's just so backwards. Why? And unfortunately, innocent Fulanis are, getting a brunt of this attacks, because again, it's an image thing. The tribalism is jumping out, and it's just, it's very, very strange. If they respect us, we too shall respect them. After all, they are Nigerians. I think, to be honest, the painful thing is the children that are going through the prejudice is just so much to deal with. And again, if Nigeria should disintegrate, I don't even think the Hausas and the Igbos would probably be on good. I don't think they're in good terms right now, but it's highly unlikely. But it's better to be. Someone said it's better to be friends as separately than being enemies in the same country, which totally makes sense because again, we cannot coexist, and the stress and the trauma is just too much. But again, it's really uncivilized behavior, and we cannot accommodate for this kind of behavior because one, it will encourage them to continue, but these things cannot continue. It can't. And again, with categories, we understand the vegetation allows them to be nomadic and that kind of thing, but still, like, they need to find a way. It's their land, it's their economy, it's their market. Isn't there any other sort of industry they could delve into that would not cause all this inconvenience, especially for another tribe or another person's land, private property? Don't do that. I mean, again, since the university gave the authorization for grazing to be allowed, then I guess it is what it is. Yeah. But again, if I was a student here, no, I will make, okay. Again, I feel like, we've not actually even heard the reaction of the students and the teachers and the actual stakeholders that are associated to the university. But yes, we're going to stage a protest because there is no way. Absolutely. I'm not going to be learning next to cows. Are you joking? Are you actually joking? I'm going to be learning. I'm getting my degree next to a cow. And then the cows are going to be stinking up the place. Will they clean up their feces? Will they clean up the stench? Excuse me. Like, I'm paying my school fees here for this random person and the person's cows to come and no, absolutely not. I don't care. I'm paying school fees here. They are not going to do that. That's the vibe. That is the vibe only. But again, it's very embarrassing. Please. I'm actually questioning if this is true. Again, why I would take this with a pinch of salt is because we have not actually heard the reactions of students and actual stakeholders like teachers and, because the owners of the university are not just the stakeholders. Without the students, it will not be a university. So, again, they will have to... It's rare and random. But yes, absolutely, this, for them to be freely, grazing their cows and doing what they have to do, especially in the eastern part of Nigeria, is a privilege. Absolutely. It's more than a privilege. Like, they should be thankful because, yeah, again, they don't deserve to be treated like this. But again, yeah, they should blame the government and ask the government to provide avenues for them to actually make money and make sure that their economy is booming and make sure that, poverty eradicates. They should make sure that they can survive, ask for shelter, warmth. It is the government's responsibility, not the responsibility of the other citizens. Again, the government cannot keep deflecting and, not taking responsibility for their actions. They're in government to take care of the citizens as their responsibility. And so we should not feel bad or add any sentiment to, justifying why they should or should not. Because it's not a responsibility. We shouldn't provide the amenities for them. Put what you think and do not forget to like and subscribe.